Hey guys, so welcome back. So this is going to be the women's 400 meters at the Prefontaine Classic, celebrating its 50-year nonstop competition. Now I was trying to look for 200 meters at the Prefontaine for the women's side, but it seems as if I couldn't find it. So we're just jumping to the 400, and then we will do the hurdles, 400 hurdles for men, 400 hurdles for women, and then we will do the 800. So these will be later. So these four videos now, you guys will be getting them right away, and then from there we will close out for track and field, and then we will pick that up tomorrow for the other part. All right, so we're gonna start on that, and then on top of that we're going to be issuing out more content for the other few things that's going to be happening at the same time. Also this week I'm definitely making sure podcast season 3 is definitely going to be releasing, so it might be a 3 hours or 4 hours depending on how I'm gonna schedule everything. I gotta make the cover and the editing for what we're gonna be covering. And then on top of that, we're going to be talking about the Beyonce experience. And then we will also be releasing the entire tour experience. So look out for that. It might be a long video. So look out for a lot of things that's going to be dropping all at once. But yeah, let us continue. So Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is finally back. For some reason, she is not running the hurdles anymore. She seems as if stepping down to the flat 400. And, Lord knows what Bobby Kersey has in store for us. If they are planning to go after that 400 meters record or the American record, which is held by Sonia Richard-Ross. Is it Sonia? Yeah. What am I talking about? Okay. All right, let's check this out.
So it brings us to an interesting point with eyes on LA 2028. So you were a man who did the double, like 100, 200 specialist. So let's take a walk through history at some incredible names and incredible performances. And as you said earlier before we came on the air, there's a good reason why the names on this screen are household names.
Yeah, when you do a double that's either rare or unique to you, like Elaine Thompson-Herah at the top there, who has won the 100 and the 200 at the same Olympics on the women's side, that's never been done. That's how you become a legend, and I think that's what Sydney is going to be aiming to do at the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. Now, she would be the first woman, if she was able to win the 400 and the 400 meter hurdles, if she's able to pull that off. But make no mistake about it.
Let's go back what just said, because this is important. If you look at this list, the notable double gold at the same Olympics for an individual sprint event, Elaine Thompson is still up there for me. If she did not prone to injuries and won a third time, she would have been joining Usain Bolt as the only athlete to ever do so. Also, Michael Johnson with his 200 and 400 double was stuff of legends. Also, Florence world record for 2 different records for trials, and she is the fastest woman of all time and the world record holder. And then you have Jesse Owens as well as Carl Lewis, which literally their triple, they did these 3 living at one Olympics. That's pretty cool. But Jesse Owens to me always is this weird anomaly. Like, he's very untouchable, because if he had the technique things that we had in this century, it would have been insane. But these are the big freaking 6 of people, that the big 6, those athletes definitely know how to double for each Olympics.
Angeles 2028
So
400-meter hurdles if she's able to pull that off. But make no mistake about it, the 400-meter hurdles, the 400 is very
On
loaded.
the track, there's no one better. Two-time Olympic champion, the world record holder in the 400-meter hurdles, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. And that is the familiar voice of our dear friend and teammate Paul Swangard here in-house at Haywood Field. Paul will be back for the Nationals and the World Championships.
On your mark.
And here we go.
And this is her first pre, but of course Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone has set world records in this building, multiple. She'll be in lane 5.
wait, this is her first pre-Nike pre? That's insane. Because she broke so many records on this field, you would have assumed that she did a couple of pre-meets already on here.
Give you a number to think about. 48.70 is our very own Sonia Richards-Ross's American record. It has stood for almost 20 years. Son's at home, looking after the baby. Let's see what Sydney can do, Son. If your record still stands or not.
She might run something stupid.
Toyota Women's 400, let's go!
Alright.
And I think the pacing for this American record is probably going to be in the mid to low 23s.
Alright, Sydney.
We know how well she can finish with that.
And I always tell people this. The 400 is such an interesting race. It's not about who's the fastest. You have to be able to not panic while someone with a faster PR is passing through next to you. And if you're a good technician of strategy, you would know when is your calling to pull away, especially when you're running the 400 flat.
Meter hurdle background, but so far Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone looks very comfortable down the backstretch, making up staggers to her outside on Butler and Oakley.
Bailey Leah out wide, but to your point, Aaliyah Butler got off to a good start. Now here's Sydney. She's made up the staggers. She's gone past them, and it's a clear track ahead. She's used to seeing that, and now we've got our eyes not on the track.
I wonder what time she's going to be running.
48.70. She got really close to it last time.
She might run like a 49. 49, 44. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Not a bad effort at all. Even though her face
That's not
registers
bad.
a little bit of disappointment, I think she was.
I mean, she could have probably. So what I'm thinking right now, she could have probably run under that 49.34. I think that's where her mind was. But 49.43 is not bad as well. You know, that's still a good leading time. But I think she was trying to get the meeting time, which is 49.34. So
Sonia, your record survives yet another year. Next year it will turn 20. When it survives another pre, we'll see how it fares for the rest of 2025. So there's Sydney in lane 5. She had Aaliyah Butler to her outside, who's a 49.26 performer. Conservative in the first 100, but then you see her open up here, and look at the gap between her and the outside lane start to shrink, because now she's gone to the jets a little bit to make sure that she positions herself with half the race gone. Now 200 meters, now it's a question of getting away from anybody close, and now as she turns for home, now it's just a matter of being relaxed and making sure that all of your efforts.
So we're gonna stop it here, but from what we see, Sydney did some numbers on a lot of people in this meet. And if you look at the times, she has a season's best 49.43. Butler has a 49.86, and then everybody else, there's 3 people under 2 under 49, 1 under 50, and then the rest is under 51. So this was an amazing race, but I think they're gonna get faster as the season start prolonging even more. But without further ado, Sydney McLaughlin is a gem. She knows how to run her race, and she is trained by the best, which is Bobby Kersey. So I'll see you guys and later on for the 400 hurdles, men's and women's, and then 800 meters, and we're gonna close out the Prefontaine. And then tomorrow, hopefully, we will kick off the London Diamond Leagues, as well as the other meets, and as well as I'm gonna look upon the NOAH season opener. So we have a lot planned, but these are gonna be the set list for tonight releasing, and then I'll see you guys later on tonight for the rest of the Prefontaine coverage. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.